I'm Mimi, and I will be presenting about the effects of water pollution in three aspects: the effects towards the environment, to the community, and to the economy. First, the effects of water pollution to the environment. Animals and plants that depend on water for life are the most affected by polluted water. Statistics from the Center for Biological Diversity on the effects of the Deep Horizon spill provides a useful glimpse of the impact of pollution on aquatic life. In the report, the 2010 spill on the Gulf of Mexico harmed over 82,000 birds, 25,900 marine animals, 6,165 sea turtles, and an unknown number of fish and invertebrates. On the right is a satellite view from NASA of the oil spill seen from space. And on the left, here is an oiled brown pelican near Grand Isle, Louisiana, on the Gulf of Mexico as a result of the oil spill. On the right shows striped dolphins observed in emulsified oil. Not only does this spell disaster for aquatic ecosystems, the pollutants such as gasoline, oil, and pesticides, and contaminants from landfills also seep through and reach the groundwater, which might end up in our households as contaminated water we use in our daily lives, including drinking. Drinking contaminated groundwater can have serious health effects. Diseases such as hepatitis and dysentery may be caused by contamination from septic tank waste. Other long-term effects, such as certain types of cancer, may also result from exposure to polluted water. Besides groundwater contamination, ecosystems can be severely changed or destroyed by water pollution. Nutrient pollution that breeds algae growth attacks fish by absorbing and reducing oxygen supply, which will naturally affect the ecosystem negatively, as introduction of any foreign organism will alter the food chain. The second aspect is the effect of water pollution to the community. Pollution disrupts the natural food chain, and pollutants such as lead and cadmium are eaten by tiny animals. Later, these animals are consumed by fish and shellfish, and the food chain continues to be disrupted at higher levels. Eventually, humans are affected by this process as well. People can get diseases such as hepatitis by eating seafood that has been poisoned. If shellfish are living in water that has been contaminated by stool containing hepatitis A virus, the shellfish may carry the virus. In poor nations, there is always outbreak of cholera and diseases as a result of poor drinking water treatment from contaminated waters. Next, the 2019 Kim Kim River toxic pollution is a water pollution incident that occurred on 7 March 2019, caused by illegal chemical waste dumping which released toxic fumes affecting 6,000 people and hospitalizing 2,775. Organic pollutants such as dyes also have adverse effects on human health. Dyes are water-soluble giant chemicals that is greatly used in many industries such as textile and leather for color on products. Humans may be exposed to dye toxicity by consumption of vegetables and fish, which bioaccumulate dyes. Dyes are considered as carcinogenic and mutagenic, thus their removal from wastewater before disposal is ultimately important. The third aspect is the effects toward the economy. Nutrient pollution can set off unusual outbreaks of fish diseases. For instance, experts have found that Fusarium, a tiny aquatic pathogen, can prosper in nutrient-polluted waters. In the year 1991, it is estimated that at least 1 million menhaden fish in North Carolina were swiped out in the Fusarium epidemic. Again, in the 1997, numerous tidal creeks in the Chesapeake Bay watershed got a Fusarium epidemic, and gray fish kills occurred, creating a huge dent in the economy. It is evident that there is some real financial implications that will result from water pollution. It costs a lot more to purify drinking water that takes its source from nutrient-polluted water bodies. Fishing stock is affected negatively when there is a depletion of oxygen, and consumers are also wary of fish from these sources and tend to stay away from them, causing fisheries to lose revenue. In places where there are water activities or sports, lots of money is spent to clean the water from algae blooms and the like. The US tourism industry loses close to $1 billion each year, mostly from losses in fishing and recreational activities because of the nutrient-polluted water bodies. Okay, that's all from me.